Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a quick video. I'm going to show you where to collect some screws to do this daily. There's kind of like an easy place in the forest region if it hasn't been, the screws haven't been taken, if you're in a public world. And then I'll show you a couple other areas. The bog is probably the best place to get screws, but let's start in the forest. I'll show you where to quickly collect 5 screws, and then we'll head over to the bog. So let's quickly start where we're at. And so the first place I'd recommend is this Arenholt Homestead, where you can actually collect 5 screws at this location. The second location, of course, is a bunch of locations, but the second one I'd recommend is actually 2 in the bog here. They're both at the abandoned bog Worktown. There's a bunch of handcuffs. Just kind of in the police station, there's a whole whack of them, so there's more than enough for multiple people. And of course there is, just inside the actual workshop area, there's a bunch of typewriters and globes and things. So plenty of screws in this location. Not enough if you're trying to make some power armor or something like that. But anyway, let's start with the bog, and then we'll head over to, let's start with Arenholt Homestead, and then we'll head over to the bog. And I'll show you where to collect those screws. So there's 3 buildings at Arenholtstead. Each one has a couple of screws in them. And so let's start, we'll just work from left to right. And hopefully no one's taken them. You're going to see a bunch of mongrels at this location. Okay, so we're going to head into this first building here. And we're going to head upstairs. There'll be some roaches up here. And the first one we're going to collect is the banjo. This will give us 1 screw. And if we head out to this second building, we're going to see another banjo just over here. And we're going to take that banjo as well. And then we're going to head upstairs. I'll just take him out, because why not? And we're going to head upstairs here. And we should see a typewriter on the desk. Now this typewriter, as you may notice, is called the Carlisle typewriter. And the Carlisle typewriter, which is different than most typewriters that you find in the wasteland, have 2 screws. Most only have 1 screw. And then lastly, we're going to head into, and I'll show you that in a second, we're going to grab the desk fan from this bathroom. And so we should have a total of 5 screws. So let's take a quick look at those items just so I can show you the difference. And so if we take a look at this typewriter, you'll notice there's 2 screws. The desk fan has a single screw, and the banjos have a single screw each, giving you a total of 5 screws at this location. And so that should be enough for us to complete this challenge. Okay, so that's our first location. Let's hit our second location, if you will, or the 2 locations at the same place. I'm going to head down to pylon 3. And then a quick and easy one is just to hit the police station and grab the handcuffs. Like I said, there's many there. I would just take what you need, would be my normal recommendation. Kind of annoys me when people just take more than they need. I mean, it is a looting game, but especially when there's specific challenges and they clear out the entire area when they could just, you know, take exactly what they need. Okay, like I said, there's going to be two areas here that I'm going to show you quickly. Normally there's a bunch of super mutants at this location. Normally there's behemoth here as well. So we're going to hit the first thing we're going to look at is there is a office fan which will give us one screw. If we head up these steps, we should see another fan which is on this table over here. That'll give us a second screw. And if you head in here, now depending on whether you can jump or not, you can either go from the outside, you can go up these steps and jump down, and I'll show you that in a second. You can actually come through the elevator, or most of us will have the mutation and allow us to jump up. Maybe I can't jump up here. No, because I don't have my other mutations. Let me show you the other way. I should be able to jump up there. But I don't have anyone on the team, so it might be, I'll show you the different way of getting down there. And so you'll drop into this little room, and so I would have come up through this hole in the floor, which should be over there. And you'll notice there's some of these desks are going to have screws and it's going to have a typewriter. You'll notice this is just called a typewriter. It's not called a Carlisle typewriter. And so if we look at this typewriter, and you'll notice it's just a single screw. So that has a single screw. We've got some desk fans. These globes again have screws in them as well. So if we look at the globe, you'll get a single screw. So again, there's a bunch of globes in here. You've got one globe over there. You've got three typewriters on this desk. You've got three typewriters on that desk. The phones don't have typewriter screws in them. They'll have circuit boards in them. I think the hot plate will have a screw. Again, you probably don't need all of them, but anyway, this is one option. And then if we jump down, I'm just going to attempt to jump down and jump up again. So I know my oh, there we go. I was just not jumping correctly. And so if you head over this way, there's a bunch of workbenches. As we came up, there is let's just go down there. You saw as we kind of walked in, there's a Tinker's bench right over there. And in the Red Rocket, just behind the Red Rocket, there's a little room with a chem bench in there. And then I'll show you the secret room, which most people should know about. But if you don't, if you head up here, there is another workstation. Yeah, you just have to unlock this door by putting your pointer at this gate. Which I'm not doing a good job at. And then you open this door. And there's a bunch of stuff in here, but what we really want is a bunch of fertilizer. And there is a chemistry workstation that you can scrap your junk if you like, if you need. And then finally, let me quickly show you the police station. Now there's a whole bunch of super mutants. Most of them you can ignore. And so if we just go here quickly, and I'll just show you where some handcuffs are. You'll notice there is a handcuff on the desk over here. There's going to be a super mutant in the cage, which you can ignore. He's going to be in over there. There's a bunch of stuff there. There's more handcuffs on that. Little handcuffs on there. But the main area where the handcuffs is this wheelbarrow, and you'll notice there's a whole bunch of handcuffs in the wheelbarrow. So plenty of screws to go around. And then there's another one pair of handcuffs in here. So a lot of handcuffs and screws to complete this challenge. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. And again, I'm just going to show you where I'm at. I'm at the workshop. And so there's two areas here. And of course, Aaron Holstead is up here at the top near the fairground. which is the area I'd probably recommend to start with. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy. See you.